Hey friends, Catherine here. We are trying something new today. I've got a bit of paper, some copper wires, and some little pliers here. And we are going to try to make a necklace. So we're going to start by designing our necklace. I figure I want it to be sort of a half circle. Can you see that all right? Is the green picking up on the camera? It is. All right. So I want it to be sort of like a half circle. Maybe with these two end parts coming out and curling around like that. Those end bits. And then we want something like this coming down in the middle. Something twisty like that. And then how do we feel about I want to do another twist, maybe the opposite direction. So in like that. Yeah, I like that. Should be fairly simple to do, to make anyway. Pretty design, and it's something we've designed on our own. You're welcome to follow along with this. I kind of like it. You are welcome to follow along with me here. That is our design. Okay, so we've got a 20 gauge copper wire from Bead Landing. Let's pull the label off of that and start unwrapping it. And that's gonna all unwind. That's all right. It'll stop. Okay, and then let's start by getting our little circle pliers and going around one end all the way. So we've got a loop there, and flipping this over and laying it across the top, and we want another loop right there. Okay, we'll just trim that off. Oh, there we go. Might end up having to get my other wire cutters. Those ones aren't particularly strong. And see if we can't straighten out some of these kinks a little bit just by pressing it in our pliers. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, just has to be straight-ish. Straight enough. There we go. That's starting to resemble something like straight. Okay, so we've got that piece, that top bit. Let's actually take this and curl it back around just a little bit more to meet that edge. There we go. Perfect. Now, let's get a length of wire and go starting there around in this direction like this. So that's going to be, let's push that out of the way for the moment. That's going to be like that. Something resembling circular. We can work on it. as we go, and then grab our edge pliers with a straight edge and grip it right at the point we want to bend it at and give it a bend. Okay, then I think we want that bend to come over, so we want that one to match that. So we want it to come over like that and then just line up with the bottom edge a little bit, hopefully, and then come over to this top point without giving it too harsh of a curve, just kind of making everything line up a little bit. Okay. Can shift it around a bit as I go. Okay, something like that. And then take at that point and give it another hard bend, because we're going to have it come down this way and circle around up in here. I'm trying to do this all as one piece, if you can't tell. It'll work out, I'm sure. It's just gonna take some fiddling. And then that can come down around the center and up around there and curve it around again. Oop. Hang on you. There we go. Curve it around. And then, once it's done curving around there and comes back up to this corner, we can cut it off. Okay, so that looks like a just jumbled pile of wire at the moment, but it gives us our starting point, and we can work from here. So let's start by taking a little bit of this finer wire. This is a 26 gauge wire, also in copper, and opening it up. There we are. Okay, and let's just take off a little bit of that for now. Oop. That's fun. Go and then just wire this edge to this, bringing it in and through and around, and just holding it tightly and connecting everything together evenly and as smoothly as we can without losing our end. Actually, let's put just the tiniest bit of curve just on the end of that so that it hooks in. Aha! Plans. Plans within plans. Okay, and then hook it in through and bring it up to the edge and wrap it around. Okay, trying to make sure that our coils are close to one another and tight and even, which you may not be able to see because of how fine this is. I'm even having trouble seeing it, and I've got my glasses on today and everything. Alright, let's curve that down and tighten it up just a little bit so that there aren't any pokey bits sticking out, because nobody wants to get poked while wearing a necklace. Okay, then put that one in and around just once more, and then that whole thing is going to line up with this top edge and start wrapping around there. So it should, hopefully, connect everything on. If we do this right. Okay, so far so good. Almost finished with that section of wire. Let's just finish this bit out. There we go. Okay, and then trim off that small bit of excess and press it down. So that it's all tucked in and there aren't any pokey edges pointing outward. Okay, and then let's go ahead and connect up. Let's see. Let's widen that a little bit. See if we can't just kind of sculpt it along as we go. Let's bring that way and then shift the loop down. There we go. That's more like what I want to see. And then shift that edge a little bit away. There we go. Okay, so now let's go around this loop here. So let's take another short-ish piece of the 26 gauge and start wrapping it around this inner loop. Just a little bit, just 2 or 3 circles around just to hold it in place. There we go. Okay, and then, just as we have been doing so far with everything else, curl it around so that it tucks the end in. And then for this one, I'm going to tighten that on down and start wrapping it there. So do you see where I'm connecting this loop to this arm up here? So hopefully it all pulls tight and even, and just need to go around 3 or 4 times again just to connect everything to each other. Okay, and then what we're going to do is tuck that end back down again because I don't like the way it's sticking out. Go. Okay. And then we will go just a couple times around the inner loop only. Go around and around, just to bring ourselves over to the point where they meet over here. And then start attaching those to one another. Just going around 3 or 4 times. It's going to be like this pretty much for the rest of it, just attaching all the loops in their proper places, at their proper points. And there we have it. Something like our original design. Twisted into copper and meant to be hung from a chain here and here as the pendant of a necklace. We could go back in further and wind more of the little copper around and attach beads onto it, but I kind of like it as it is. The simplicity of the design appeals to me. If you guys liked this, definitely let me know. This was new for me to try, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. If you want to see more like things like this, let me know too. I'm posting videos every day, so there's always something new to come and see and check out. And remember to subscribe, and I will see you all later. Bye!